Teacher Mel, your English teacher. Be ready with your pen, paper, and activity sheet.
Hello, grade 7. Today, we will discuss on determining the word of idea. Are you ready? Our most essential learning competency for this week is determine the word of ideas mentioned in the text listened to. And for our learning objectives, we have define what is listening, differentiate hearing from listening, respond to the word of ideas in the text listened to, and give ways of effective listening. Grade 7. What is listening? Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Here are some examples of listening. When you are communicating to your family, friends, and classmates, you tend to listen to what they say. Next is during class discussions. You need to listen to your teachers in order for you to understand the concepts and skills you need to learn. Of course, we also have this storytelling. Listening to instructions is a must. Now, let us define what is hearing. Hearing is the act of perceiving sound and receiving sound waves or vibrations through your ear. In addition, Merriam-Webster defines hearing as the process, function, or power of perceiving sound, specifically the special sense by which noises and tones are received as stimuli. Grade 7. Here are some situations in which you could apply your sense of hearing. Every time you hear the telephone ring. When the car horns. You use your sense of hearing every time you hear your dog barks. Another is when you hear the sound of ambulance. Grade 7. Put in mind that you can hear without listening, but you cannot listen without hearing. Hearing is part of listening, but listening is an active process that takes time and effort. Listening is quite difficult because it takes energy, whereas hearing is merely an involuntary response to sound. Moreover, listening is a shared responsibility for both the speaker and the receiver. It enables you to establish rapport with the person you seek to communicate. In the listening process, receivers have a responsibility to withhold feedback so he could not distract the sender. Grade 7. Does listening the same with hearing? If your answer is no, you are right. They are different from each other. Listening is active, while hearing is passive. Listening refers to the act of making a conscious effort to perceive the sound. On the other hand, hearing refers to the act of perceiving a sound through the ear. In listening, it requires conscious effort, hearing does not. Lastly, listening is voluntary, while hearing is involuntary. You seem understand the difference between hearing and listening. Class, It is always important to know that not everything we hear are worth our time. Not everything we encounter is worth our attention. It is in this lesson that you will be taught how to filter information. When we say filtering, it means selecting only the information necessary to better understand the selection that you are listening to. Another is shifting relevant from not so important ones and learning only what is needed. Now, let's expand listening specifically determining the worth of ideas mentioned in the text Lesson 2. Grade 7. What is the importance of knowing the worth of ideas in a text? When you listen to a text, you will hear parts of the text better than the others, and realize that what you find valuable may not be as valuable to others. Grade 7. Knowing how to determine the importance of ideas that you have listened to is necessary because it would not only assist you in understanding better the text, but it would also help you master concepts and skills. Such skill is essential to make sense of the information that you are acquiring. Grade 7. Have you experienced cooking pasta or pancit canton? Great! Class, cooking pasta has similarity with determining the worth of ideas. How? Look at this. A book is like the noodles in the water and your brain is like a trainer. Imagine that your book has a lot of information presented. In determining importance, you're like a trainer that will filter or get only the important ideas which are represented as noodles, and should not mind the non-essential information like the water that is in the throat. Class, what these days is the similarity of those images in determining the worth of ideas mentioned in the text Lesson 2. Exactly. It simply means focusing on what is significant on the information you have listened to. You decide which is the most important to attend to and to remember. It's like cooking pasta, you separate the pasta which is the most important from the water since it is unnecessary. Grade 7. What does it mean by significant or important information? Correct. Important information means something that is very significant and is highly valued. In addition, important information refers to the main ideas or key topics that you need to better understand the concept you are listening to, while interesting information is little detail or additional detail which could be a cool fact, distractor, or less important concept that is present in the article. But how can listening help you determine the worth of ideas? That's right. Listening enables you to process the information, evaluate it, make sense of it, and respond to it, whether it would be helpful for you or not. For example, while you are attending a group meeting, you need to know what important details the group needs to decide on a matter. While all members can share what they think and feel, you only must gather what matters in deciding. Be guided with the following guide questions every time you look for the worthy of ideas of the text you listen to. What is the topic of the text you are listening to? 2. What is the important idea presented in the text? 3. What helped you determine the worthy of ideas presented? 4. Is the idea worth keeping and worth sharing to others? Why? And 5. How is the idea being presented? Explicitly stated or implied? Keep in mind that to listen effectively to the text presented, you need to do the following. Concentrate and pay attention. Develop the ability to concentrate and ignore distractions. You need to be interested to the articles presented. 2 is listen for meaning. Focus on the central idea being communicated. Then pay close attention to the anecdotes, explanations, and other details meant to clarify meaning. And number 3, link past and current learning. As you're listening to new material, situate what you're learning in the context of what you've previously learned. Remember, when you look for the worth of ideas from the message of a speaker, you are actually looking for the essence of that talk that can be applied to our lives. Determining the importance means that the reader or listener focuses on what's most important in the text so that she or he can develop deeper meaning and overall understanding of the text.
It was indeed a fun and enthusiastic day for all of us. I am looking forward to another fun-filled learning with you as we continue to explore the world of English only here on East Wella. Once again, I am Teacher Mel, your enthusiastic teacher.